is the hover cart. It's an air compressor that hooks up to the side of an aircraft, and it provides compressed air for engine starting. It's officially called an air start unit, but no one really calls it that. So this is an external start.
Ready?
All right, good. Start number 2.
All right. Here comes. All right, engine number 2. Gonna go to run here. Gonna go to start for 2 seconds. Gonna start our time.
There we go.
Good. We got
like
N2
rotation.
percentage.
All right. Ignition starts at about 17% roughly. Should get it up to about 28%, and we'll see a fuel flow and light off. Fuel flow, light off. And our N1, which is the big blade up in the front, starting to spin at about 7.5% now. Now you're going to hear a bunch of clicking at about 56.4% N2, and that'll be all of our buses popping out of the generators. That looks good.
Good.
And now that engine 2 is up, we need to start engine 1. But we don't need the cart anymore. We can actually use engine 2 for that. Turbine engines bleed off bypass air for aircraft systems, like the heated de-ice systems and the cabin pressurization system. And we can route compressed air from engine 2 to the air turbine starter on engine 1. We simply open the bleeds on engine 2, open the crossfeed to engine 1, and voila, engine 1's ready to start, like this.
Okay, now to start engine number 1 from the bleed air from engine number 2.
Yep, we will run up number 2 up to roughly 83% N2. That provides enough pressure from the 14-stage bleed valve to push through our system. We have the cross bleeds open, so the piping between the number 2 and number 1 is completely open. So when that pressure comes through, it's going to go through the system and actually going to spin our number 1 engine up to 56.4, where it becomes self-sustaining. All right, number 2 is coming up.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, go ahead.
All right, 83%. Engine number 1, moving the start-stop selector to the run position momentarily. Start for 2 seconds. We're going to start our time. And we're starting to see the N2 rotation on engine number 1. Ignition A is on.
There's light off. Fuel flow. There goes N1. So N1's starting to spin up just nice. We have a time limit of one minute, and that's a limit on the air turbine starter, the ATS. It gets incredibly hot. That air that we're taking off the 14-stage bleed is really hot. And so it's a structural limitation on the air turbine starter inside the engine. That's fine. That is associated with the number 1 running. So we get a we get a master warning if we have any main service door or main cabin door open with number 1 running. That's because that's where passengers, if they're going to disembark the airplane, they'll go off the main cabin door. And obviously with number 1 running, that is definitely a hazard in the 121 environment. Absolutely. So good. Got a good stabilized engine. We'll bring the power back down. So now we have 2 perfectly good idling engines.
Once you get the engine started, you need to check a couple of indications quickly, unless you want to burn up the engine's core. But we'll show that in our next video.
Tower, good morning, Lufthansa Cargo 8260. Ready when reaching holding point, runway 15.
Lufthansa Cargo 8260. Report ready for departure.
Report ready, we are actually ready when reaching the holding point, Lufthansa.